children, we will continue with our surfaces and volumes, and in the previous class I have discussed about the cube and cuboid, its volume, total surface area and lateral surface area. Now we have a problem in front of us, a new question based on the total surface area, and the question is, how does the total surface area of a box change if each dimension is doubled, first bit, each dimension is tripled, right? If the dimension is double, how it will change the original area? If the dimension is tripled, how it will change the original area? Also, can you find the total surface area of the box if each dimension is raised n times? We will handle that later. Let us try to consider. Let us consider a box with dimensions length is equal to L, breadth is equal to B, and height is equal to H. Also, the total surface area is equal to, I will say, S. Also, let the total surface area is equal to what? S. Now, how do you obtain the total surface area formula? We know that total surface area S is equal to 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. Now, this is the original total surface area. Now, let us try to handle the first bit. What is the first bit? First bit says, if each dimension is doubled, if each dimension is doubled. Now, if each dimension is doubled, what does it mean? That length is becoming 2L, breadth is becoming 2B, and height is becoming 2H. So, therefore, right? So, what will I write now? Therefore, what will be the total surface area? New total surface area in brackets is given by the formula 2 into, what is the original length? L is equal to what? 2L. So 2 into LB means 2L into 2B, right? Original formula is L into B into H. So length is equal to what? 2L, right? So 2B into 2H, 2H into 2L. So wherever L is there, write as 2L. Wherever B is there, write as 2B, because it is doubled. So what you will get? Total surface area new is equal to 2 times 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4. So it is 4 is taken common, and what you will be getting? 2LB plus BH plus HL. And what is 2 times LB plus BL plus HL? It is nothing but total surface area, which is original. So the total surface area new is equal to 4 times, what is the total surface area which was original. So the question asked was, how will the surface area in the box change? The total surface area then in the box, new total surface area, will be 4 times the original total surface area if the dimensions are double. Now let us try to look this case if each dimension is tripled. So simple it is. Now in the second part I will say, if each dimension is tripled, if each dimension is tripled, now what will you get? It means original length is becoming 3L, original breadth is becoming 3B, original height is becoming 3H. So therefore, what will I write? The total surface area new, is original formula is what? 2 times LB, LB के जगह पे 3L into 3B plus BH means 3B into 3H, right? Plus HL means 3H into 3L, alright. So total surface area new is equal to 2 times 3 3 is how much? 9. So I can take 9 common and you will get what? LB plus BH plus HL. So total surface area nu is equal to what is this part? This part is nothing but the total surface area original. Total surface area original. Alright. So now this is 9 times total surface area in original. So the question was asked, how the total surface area change if you triple it. When you triple the dimensions, the total surface area will be 9 times the original of total surface area. Alright. Now in this same question is there, can you find the total surface area in the of the box if each dimension is raised n times? So I want you to pause the video, copy this, meanwhile we'll go for the continuation of the bit. Alright. So are you ready? You can copy. See, if each dimension is raised n times, if each dimension is raised n times, what will happen? L is becoming n times L, breadth is becoming n times breadth, height is becoming n times height. So what will be total surface area nu? The formula is same, 2 times LB. LB means n times L into n times B. LB plus BH. BH means what? N times B into n times H plus HL. HL means n times H. N times H into n times L. So now n into n will be n square. So I can write this as n square into 2 into LB plus BH plus HL. And what is this? This is nothing but original, total surface area original, right? So when the length or the dimensions are raised n times, the new total surface area will be n square that of the original total surface area. So it was a very pretty simple question. So I want you to pause the video, copy, and then we'll go for the next concept of prism. All right. So let us now try to understand what a prism is. Alright, so many students have a confusion about the prism. Let me first give you the definition of prism. Prism is a three-dimensional shape having identical parallel and flat faces, right? Three-dimensional shape having identical parallel flat faces. Appears to be confusing. Now let me explain to you. For example, if I take this figure and let me draw it this way. Right. Now can you see I am trying to do a 3D object on a 2D plane. Alright. Now this is three-dimensional, right? You can see from three sides. Identical and parallel flat faces. Now this face and this face, both of them are identical. Not only they are identical, they are parallel. Not only they are parallel, they are flat. Similarly, this face and this face, both of them are identical, parallel and flat. Alright. So this is a prism. This is a prism, and I call this prism as a rectangular prism. Alright, rectangular prism, because the base is rectangular. Now I can have this type also. I have a triangle here, and then I draw this way. Alright. Alright. Now can you see this and this are parallel, they are identical and flat. and whereas here this is a flat face, this is a flat face, and that side, third side, is a flat face. Now what kind of prism is this? This is a triangular prism. So there are two types of prism here I have drawn: rectangular prism and triangular prism, a three-dimensional object or a shape having identical, parallel and flat faces. Now I am interested to find the volume, and you know children, this prism is also otherwise called as one more object, cuboid. You already dealt. It is also called as cuboid. Alright, now let us try to deal with the volume of prism. Volume of prism is equal to area of base into height. Volume of prism is given by the formula area of base into height. Alright, now what is the height? Here the base is this and height is this. So area of base into height will give you the volume of the prism. So I am sure you understood. Now let us move forward and try to understand what a pyramid is. Alright, pyramid. The moment I say and speak of pyramid, you will always go back to Egypt and try to recollect the pyramid shape of Babylon. Alright, so now what a pyramid is. Now again, the pyramids are of two types, right? You will have a pyramid having a square base, right? You can have a pyramid of this type having a square base, or a pyramid having a rectangular base, or you can also have a pyramid which is having a triangular base, right? Now this is sometimes also otherwise referred as tetrahedron. Alright, so this is also a pyramid with a square base, this is a pyramid with a rectangular base, and this is a pyramid with a triangular base. So these are all pyramid. Now I am interested to find the volume of the pyramid. Now volume of the pyramid is equal to one third volume of prism, or you can put it this way, it is one third the area of base. Now here the base is square, so you will take the square's area into height. And how do you measure the height? Height has to be exactly vertical, perpendicular to the base, into, I will write height. So volume of pyramid is equal to one third area of the base into height. And what is volume of prism? It is area of the base into height. So these are the two formulas. Let us try to do two numericals at least in this, so that you understand the concept. So you can pause the video, draw the figures, copy the formula, and we'll go for the next question. Okay children, you have the next question. I have taken one problem based on prism and one problem based on pyramid, so that you are perfect with the formula. The base of the prism is triangular in shape with its sides 3, 4 and 5. Find the volume of the prism if its height is 10 centimeters. Now here the base is triangular. Alright, now this is a prism. You have one more triangle like this. Alright. Now, can you see? Triangular base. So this is a triangular base. Now what is the volume of the prism formula? Volume of prism is equal to what? Area of base into height. Now what is the area of base? Now if you can see very clearly, 3, 4 and 5 are the sides of a triangle. So one is 3, one is 4 and one is 5. So when sides of a triangle are given to you, you are supposed to find the area of the base. So here let me work out area of base. Right? Area of base is what? Triangular. Brackets low. This is called triangular. Right? How do you calculate the area of the base? It is under root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. Where what is S? S is the semi-perimeter. S is given by the formula A plus B plus C by 2. So it is a 3 plus 4 plus 5. 3 plus 4 plus 5 by 2. 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 5 is 12, by 2 is 6. So you write 6 into 6 minus 3 into 6 minus 4 into 6 minus 5. So it is under root of 6 into 3 into 2 into 1. 3 2s are 6. 6 into 6, 36. Square root of 36 is 6. So now you got the area of the base as what? 6 into what is the height we have? 10. So 6 tens are 60 centimeter cube. You are dealing with volume, my dear. So volume of the prism is area of the base into height. Because the base is triangular, I have to calculate the area of a triangle using the Heron's formula. I think you all know that Heron's formula, and that's how you get the volume of the prism. Now let us take attention to the next question. A regular square pyramid. He has mentioned very clearly that it is a square pyramid. So let me draw a square pyramid for you. This is a square pyramid. All sides are equal. A regular square pyramid is 3 meters of height. What do you mean by that? All right, let me draw. This height to the base is 3 meters. And the perimeter of the base, perimeter is nothing but side plus side plus side plus side. What is perimeter given to you? Perimeter of base is equal to 16 meters. But base is a square base, and perimeter of a square base is what? 4s is equal to 16. So side is equal to what? 4 meters. So you got the sides is equal to 4 meters. Now I have to calculate what? The volume of a pyramid. Now how do you calculate the volume of a pyramid? Volume of pyramid is equal to 1/3 into volume of prism. This can be written like this also, 1/3. Now how do you calculate the volume of prism? It is area of base into height. Now 1/3, what is the area of base? Base is a square base, and for the square base you need a side. Side is 4, so 4 4s are 16. 4 into 4 is 16 into height. What is the height mentioned here? Height of the pyramid is 3 meters. So I will write into 3. 3 cancel. It is 16. Now 16 what? You are dealing with volume. So 16 centimeter or meter? 16 meter cube is the volume of the pyramid. So it is a very simple question. Once you understand what kind of base you have, you can generate and you can write the answer. So I'm sure you are following. Keep practicing, and now you can pause the video and continue, right? So thank you, take care, and bye-bye.